Ukraine needs $411 billion for reconstruction, recovery, World Bank.
Here's a summary of the article.
Authenticate users, apply security measures, and prevent spam and abuse, and if you do not want us and our partners to use cookies and personal data for these additional purposes, click Reject All. If you would like to customize your choices, click Manage Privacy Settings. You can change your choices at any time by clicking on the Privacy Dashboard. Links on our sites and apps.
This post received a score of 6,800, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
600 billion of Russia's funds were frozen. I have an idea?
But the war needs to end this year or it will soon surpass this amount.
This isn't really funny, but it kind of made me laugh because it puts the absurd amount of money the US spends on its military into perspective. It will take roughly 50% of what the US spends on its military in a year to rebuild everything it took Russia a year to destroy.
There are a billion ways construction materials can rearrange themselves on the ground. Only one permutation where it makes a building. War was such a waste of money, material, time, grown productive people.
War is really profitable for the companies who are contracted to provide arms and supplies. That's why every single one of them has a very well-funded PR department.
The threat of war is even more profitable. You can justify any weapon system by talking up what the other side have, so you can sell excessive capabilities that no one really need. Just look at F-22, super advanced stealth meant for air dominance, gets no AA kills because absolutely no one the US has fought performed well enough to even need to pull that out. The F-22 was envisioned in 1981 at a time when the Soviets were still considered a threat. It was years in development and first flew just a year after the Berlin Wall fell. You don't design something like a jet for the enemy you have now, you design it for the enemy you think you are most likely to have at some point in the future, during the multi-decade lifespan of a plane design. The last thing you want is to be operating weapons that aren't as good as your enemy when that enemy attacks. Very true. My point was that it is the threat of war that gives better profit. Actual war itself, with low-margin items like ammo and supplies, and with likely restriction of price, isn't actually profitable. Now you're just plain wrong. Companies do make profits on wartime production unless they're doing something really badly. They can't profiteer, but profiteering and making a profit are not the same thing.
Good thing Russia has deep pockets. Time to take Putin, turn him upside down, and shake the coins out of his pockets.
Reconstruction, allow Ukraine to annex Russia. Use new land to rebuild old. Travel outside the cities and you see the real Russia. Basically Simpson-style nuclear power plants in various condition. Houses, huts and apartments in various states. Roads are really poor, holes everywhere. They lack the basics like plumbing. Many places have buckets you shit in, then the bucket contents are thrown out from the window once it's full.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.